Homemakers was started in July of 1974 by my parents, Carl and Ina Merschman. Carl had been in the business with his dad and his brothers. Grandpa started in business in 1940, so it's kind of been in the family for many years, so it's just kind of in our blood.
Mom and Dad moved up to Des Moines to take over the Gray's furniture operation and turn it into Homemakers.
We all learned from Carl and Ina. From the day I started, Carl interviewed me. We sat and talked for the longest time, and I could tell just in that interview, this man had a vision. He knew where he wanted the company to go, and he had plans. And when he hired me sitting there at the end of our conversation, he said, I'm gonna make a manager out of you one of these days. My gosh, here I am.
When I first started, it was 1979. That was a location at on the east side of Des Moines, 5035 Hubble. Worked in the warehouse, and we did everything. We unloaded trucks, took care of customers, unpacked furniture, made deliveries, did service calls, did everything.
So the first location was on Hubble Avenue in the east side of Des Moines. In 1984, we were shopping for a second location. And Dad was always out looking at buildings on the weekends or during the week. They worked and worked and worked. And he came to us kind of as a family. He says, I think I've found the building. Way bigger than we could ever think we're ever going to need. It was 132,000 square feet. It was a Parker Brothers manufacturing building where they used to make Monopoly games.
We had desires to put up a second store because the west side of Des Moines was really growing, and it was hard to get those people to come to the east side, so we had a desire to put another second store in, which worked out really well for us.
In 1987, Nebraska Furniture Mart was our main competition, and they worked on low margins, high volume. 1987, after my mom and dad made a trip to Oklahoma City and visited Mathis Brothers, who were also on a similar concept of low prices, high volume, we decided that we can do the same thing. So we tried it. It was a big change, but we did lower our prices, lowered our margins, and that in turn increased our volume. So that was probably a big pivotal year for our company. Was 1987. We became part of a Nebraska Furniture Mart in the year 2000.
And I will never forget Herb Blunken told me, he says, I couldn't beat you guys, so I had to buy you.
And I will say that when we did sell our company to Nebraska Furniture Mart, there was not one Homemakers employee who lost their position. So no one lost their job.
We had thousands of people here for our gala, followed by a ribbon cutting the next day with several different community leaders and customers, as well as we hosted the iconic investor, Mr. Warren Buffett. And that time was a very transformative time for the company. We were a small local, very recognized local brand, but our 215,000 square foot state-of-the-art showroom really gave us the opportunity to showcase our brand as Iowa's largest furniture store. And that was a very pinnacle time for the brand, pinnacle time for the company, and I would say for me that is by far the most memorable.
The retail customer has changed a lot, of course, in 50 years, especially with the advent of the internet and sales on the internet and everything. So that has really changed the industry. But we've been willing to make those changes and go with the flow and realize that you have to be willing to make these changes in order to succeed.
Things are changing so much that you have to stay current. The change of trends, of fashion, of style, the way people shop. You can't rely on the knowledge of the past, and we just got to keep moving forward.
We change every day. The look of our store, the feel of our store changes every day.
I think we've been successful for 50 years because we always look at the customer experience.
We've learned to change. Not always easy to do.
We provide memories for people, and Thanksgiving is held at tables that come from our store, and Christmas presents are opened on couches, that we sell. And so we're a part of people's homes and we're a part of their lives, and that's something that's really special.
"50 years has been such a blessing. I think for all of us too, like growing up furniture and the industry of furniture has just been kind of ingrained in us.
I think it's important to continue the legacy, Our grandparents started this 50 years ago, and it's really important to carry on what they started.
We love the business, we're committed to it, and we work hard at it. It's all we've ever known.
One of the big reasons why I love this company so much is the people.
To me, Homemakers has always felt like home. And I want our employees to feel that way, and I want our customers to feel that way.
The message I like to give to our community, as well as our team, I would just like to say over the 50 years, thank you. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for having confidence in us. Thank you for working with us over the years in the good times and the bad. Thank you to the community for your business over these 50 years. We're just very appreciative.